Welcome to the Electromagnate board game. This video is going to attempt to run through a complete playthrough of the standard rule set as it appears in the manual from pages 5 through 22. Okay, the board has already been set up and is prepared for immediate game start. Okay, on the corners of the board we have the component deck, which remains face down, shuffled, and is drawn from 4 component hands for each player that is present on the board. In the manual there are various options for player setup, how many players will be present on the board, and how many characters each player will control. For the purpose of this video, I will be playing 2 factions and be accommodating 2 foe players. So one player will control the Shadow Mares full of 3 cards, the King, Queen, and Jack. And the Techno Angels will be another faction with King, Queen, and Jack. On this corner we have the combat deck, which remains shuffled face down. We have megalithic structures in 3 types: the obelisk, stone circle, and pyramid. And then we have the technology deck, which remains face down but can be sifted through. The players, when purchasing technologies, can peruse the technology deck almost like a vendor. And on the next corner we have the wager square, which is used in concert with the combat deck. So the first turn in setup before the game begins is determining random placement of all characters that have been chosen for the game. This is the Earth grid, this graphic, and has line segments as well as nodes. The nodes have a numerical pairing, which is used along with the dice to determine identity, placement of characters. The dice are ordered from the lowest number first, and so a character placed with this pairing would go on node 3, 4. Okay. Before character placement, factions must roll to determine initiative. Okay. The Shadow Mares have rolled a 1 and the Techno Angels have rolled a 2. So the Techno Angels begin placing their character first, and then character placement proceeds in an alternating fashion. Okay. The Red King for the Techno Angels, know-it-all, will be placed on node 3, 6. Then we move to the Shadow Mares. The King of the Shadow Mares, Kota Hall, will be placed on node 1, 6. Now the Red Queen, Ariel, would be placed on node 3, 6, but the Red King already occupies that, so a reroll is necessary. 4, 6, which is the southern point. Okay, now the Queen for the Shadow Mares, Nina Jackson, will be placed on node 1, 3. The Jack for the Techno Angels, Mayakal, will be placed on node 2, 3. And finally, the Jack for the Shadow Mares, Anande, needs a reroll. Okay, 5, 6. Alright, this, oh, before the game begins, all players receive an allotment of component cards. In this case, there are 2 players, each controlling a single faction. And in that case, each player will gain 5 component cards. Now, players of opposite faction would keep their component cards shielded, covered from that faction so they could not see. For the purpose of this video, these will be laid bare for the viewer's convenience so they can see the component cards that the factions have. Okay, this is the Shadowmares, and will be placed, their component hand will be placed on the corner, and the Techno Angels component hand will be placed in the middle of the left side of the board. Okay, this concludes setup and the end of this video, which details game setup. The next video will run through the first round of gameplay.